Hi, greetings. We are here reading A Course in Miracles, the student workbook, and we are on lesson 33. There is another way of looking at the world. There is another way of looking at the world. Today's idea is an attempt to recognize that you can shift your perception of the world in both its inner and outer aspects. A full 5 minutes should be devoted to the morning and evening applications. In these practice periods, the idea should be repeated as often as you find comfortable, though unhurried applications are essential. Alternate between surveying your outer and inner perceptions, but without an abrupt sense of shifting. Merely glance around the world you perceive as outside yourself. Then close your eyes and survey your inner thoughts with equal casualness. Try to remain equally uninvolved in both and to maintain this detachment as you repeat the idea throughout the day. The shorter exercise periods should be as frequent as possible. Specific applications of today's ideas should also be made immediately when any situation arises which tempts you to become disturbed. For these applications, say, there is another way of looking at this. Remember to apply today's idea the instant you are aware of distress. It may be necessary to take a minute or so to sit quietly and repeat the idea to yourself several times. Closing your ideas will probably help in this form of application. This is, again, one of my favorite lessons. We've known always that there are other ways of looking at things. This other way of looking at things is the most significant. When we've said it normally in our lives up till now, it's usually that, okay, there's two sides to every story, right? Or each person has their own version. The real truth of it is that you're completely the creator of your experience. And so what happens is not what matters. It's how you choose to respond to what happens that matters. And that's why they're suggesting here, the moment you feel yourself upset, to use this lesson to help bring you to a place of more neutrality, where you can consider some other point of view, some other possibility, some other reason. And then this lesson becomes very helpful in dealing with the outer world, especially when you're talking about the news cycles and what's happening, and when we see things that are happening in other places in the world. Of course, one of the things to realize is that all this technology gives us that ability to see things that are happening on the other side of the planet. That's not necessarily helpful. Because what's happening on the other side of the planet doesn't have anything to do with you. And so you even knowing about it or being aware of it is quite possibly not helpful. That's really a discussion for another time, a different video. So we'll hold that thought and stick with this lesson for today. I hope it helps you gain some clarity on what's going on in the world, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Namaste.